Less than 6 months ago, most of us have never heard the words coronavirus or COVID-19.
Now they are part of our everyday vocabulary and have changed our lives dramatically. The next couple of nights, we get a rare inside look at the effort to save lives at a Rockford hospital from the people on the front lines.
Sorry.
Caitlin Hallbrader and Jackie Abraham get suited up for a typical day. Their careers didn't start out this way. The two ortho-neuro nurses have had to learn how to treat a new type of patient.
There's a little anxiety, and you can feel that anxiety at times on the floor, especially more in the beginnings. Now I feel that we've been into it a couple of weeks, that the anxiety is a little less.
The floor Jackie's talking about is the 10th at Rockford's Swedish American Hospital. Used to be for ortho and neuro patients. Now it's known as the COVID floor.
It's been a complete learning experience. I mean, I went from being an orthopedic bedside nurse caring for patients, having their knees and hips replaced, to now caring for people that you just don't know a lot about this disease process.
There are 26 beds on the floor. The hospital originally planned for 10 for COVID-only patients. In fact, it set up one wing with those 10 beds at the beginning of the outbreak.
This wall was not initially here. We actually put that in to specifically care for the COVID positive patient.
Now that wing is a negative pressure area, sealed off for only the sickest patients who can still breathe on their own.
So these are the most serious patients that aren't bad enough to go to ICU.
Correct.
The simplest way to describe negative pressure is air is contained in the area until it can be sucked out through special filters. Sometimes patients recover and don't need to be in this wing. Often, when they are moved here, it happens fast.
We've seen patients that are primarily asymptomatic, walking, talking, kind of doing their normal daily activities, to ending up needing to be sent to the ICU intubated. Same patient within hours. Wow. Yeah, it's very eye-opening.
It's not like our typical flu season where you've got elderly patients and they're having a hard time breathing. It's younger patients who don't have a lot of medical history to patients who may have a lot of medical history.
So this is the third COVID pod. This pod isn't quite as full.
When patients can't breathe on their own, they're rushed here to Swedish American's critical care unit called CCU or ICU. Ginger Albrici is one of the nurses on this floor. She's putting her nearly 40 years of experience to work handling the worst patients. If they're bad enough to end up here, that means the virus hit them so hard they need a ventilator to get oxygen.
Those lungs are full of water and they're resistant to being ventilated, so it has to push the air in really hard.
Swedes has 4 ICU pods. 3 of them are dedicated to COVID patients, 24 beds.
I think this pod is all full. These are all patients on ventilators.
There's also what the hospital calls a clean pod in the ICU, 6 beds for critical COVID-negative patients.
There it is. There you are, my friend. All right.
Medical staff gear up before they enter each room. The procedure is very specific. These patients pose extra danger for workers.
We have people who are intubated and the ventilators pop apart occasionally, so the virus is aerosolized, and that it's really a lot of fear.
Ginger says these patients also are spending more than a typical few days on ventilators.
This patient's been on a ventilator for 22 days, 22 days, 16, 12.
Being on a breathing machine for that long carries its own set of challenges and long-term effects for patients who beat the virus. On the ventilators, some of them are on medicine that sedates or paralyzes them.
They're going to be weak. They're going to have nightmares. They're going to have periods of delirium. They lost a whole month of their life. It's gone, but they'll have flashbacks and nightmares, just as if they were in a war. And it's lifelong.
Tomorrow night, we learn more about some of the success stories, including 2 cases that hit very close to home for the Swedes staff. We'll also look at the emotional and physical toll the stress is having on those frontline workers.